Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net and it is Tuesday the 11th of March. Thanks again for watching. Got quite an interesting update for you here, or at least I hope you think it's interesting. I'm going to be looking at some analogues that have been put together, just comparing this year with previous years and producing some interesting forecasts for the next few months. We'll take a look at that in just a second, but first of all, it looks like high pressure is going to be in for several days. Still got this cooler weather look coming in though here during the course of the weekend. Temperatures taking a tumble. The GFS ensemble model certainly trying to bring us back into more of a westerly flow next week and more unsettled conditions. You see the rainfall there, those green bars indicating that rainfall coming in. I'm not too sure that that's as much as we're going to see. I think it probably goes into to try and be more unsettled than it actually will be. I tend to think, yes, we'll go back into cooler conditions. But I think the south of the country probably is still in mainly dry weather, although some showers around. I do think they will probably get breezier weather across Scotland, although things are changing. But certainly I think we'll stick with this idea of this change from the 18th, 19th onwards, going into more unsettled weather for a time. So just to review this week's charts quickly, there's today. Look, high pressure centred off the eastern coast, bringing some cloud, though still across the southern counties of England, feeling cool there, bits and pieces of cloud across Scotland as well, but elsewhere, good sunny spells. A frost wherever there are clear skies tonight, and then tomorrow much the same really. High pressure still in control, so staying dry. Probably losing the easterly wind across the south tomorrow though, so starting to feel a little milder there. Thursday, lots of sunshine around and early morning frost, but this front here bringing some cloud through Scotland. Few spots of rain here. And Friday, still got this front hanging around through Scotland off Northern Ireland, bringing some spots of rain as well. Some showers to northern and western areas and breezier there, but through England and Wales, it's dry and we've got sunny spells once again. Saturday sees the front becoming a line northwest to southeast, little bits and pieces of rain along this front, but many areas of Ireland, Wales and England staying dry with sunny spells. And it looks as if on Sunday we're probably mainly dry, sunny spells for most. Some showers though around northern and western coasts of Scotland, but pressure you can see there staying generally high. Now here's how the means of the 7 to 10 day 500 millibar heights look. Where we've got orange colours, that indicates that we've got higher than normal heights. Where we've got blue colours, that indicates lower than normal heights. And this is for the period from next Tuesday through to Friday the 21st. Now what I want to try here is turning them round. There we go. And expanding as well. Oh, look at that. That's that looks a little bit better for you, doesn't it? This is the ECMWF, and on here you can see that we've got above normal heights. Look, building across the south of the country. That's that ridge that was being shown. Then on the GFS ensemble. So this is the GFS ensemble, much the same really, higher than normal heights there, look shown across the south of the country. And then on the Canadian, again, very, very similar. Got the heights not quite so strong through the UK, but still lower than normal heights towards the north, higher than normal down towards the south and the west. So it's trying to keep this idea, look, these higher than normal heights out towards the west of the country, hence the reason for leaning towards higher pressure. So this process of the high being in looks as if it holds on, it clings on across the far south of England, I think, through the coming 10 to 14 days, although across Scotland, perhaps possibly northern England, Northern Ireland, even as far south as the Midlands and North Wales, we could find some rain moving through from time to time. Latest CFS looking like this. This is week 1 with a higher than normal heights through the country, as you'd expect. Week 2 goes from the 18th to the 24th of March, and look at the change that takes place. Lower than normal heights to the west, higher than normal out towards the towards the east, higher than normal out towards the west, and then this northwesterly flow coming down through the country, bringing the cooler, more unsettled conditions. I actually think this looks a better scenario for next week than the GFS ensemble. So I do think unsettled weather across the north, particularly across the east possibly as well, but drier down towards the south and the west. Not completely dry, some showers there, but certainly cooler and going more unsettled. I think what the message I'm trying to get across here is don't get fooled by the fair weather that many of us have at the moment. It's very early to be in spring and having these this sort of sunshine and warmth. I do think we'll see a breakdown next week, but it probably does gradually start to improve again as we get towards the end of the month. Now, the CFS on here, trying to put low the normal heights towards the west, brings us more into a milder but unsettled southwesterly flow. Again, I think it's Ireland, Western and Northern Scotland that see most of the rain during week 3. This from the 25th of March through to the 31st of March. You see there that pressure trying to get building again towards the south. And by week 4, yes, we're still in this sort of southwest to westerly flow, but again, higher than normal heights to the south, trying to get their way northward. So I do think that the south of the country for this early part of April, this is from the 1st to the 7th, are seeing those higher pressure conditions, but northern Scotland, central Scotland, Northern Ireland, probably northern England, always staying on the more unsettled side, but southern areas tending to be drier, and certainly getting a bit of payback now for those wet conditions through the winter months. So I mentioned the analogues. This is what I wanted to show you. These are interesting. These come from Hugo van den Doel in the States. And what he does is he takes analogues of recent years, puts them together and compares what, actually he doesn't take analogues, he takes charts from previous years, compares them together and then makes analogue predictions on what this week looks like compared to, this year looks like compared to next. Now, what we're seeing here are 500 millibar heights, and this is for the period from April, May and June this year, and the red colours here look showing higher than normal heights out towards the west and the northwest, lower than normal in the Atlantic here. Now what that would indicate is a ridge being here through the country with a northwesterly flow through the British Isles, so it's trying to keep high pressure out towards the west of the country, keep us in a cooler northwesterly flow, but not a particularly wet one. As far as rainfall is concerned, it's got white colours here, yellow towards the south though, and west, indicating drier than normal rainfall there. But what it's saying here is that we're nearer normal conditions here, and certainly no signs of wet weather around us. Then it says temperature around about normal. Look, I actually think it probably is leaning towards the half a degree or so below normal. And then through May, June and July, the method says near normal heights through this period, but higher than normal heights up towards the north, lower than normal here in the Atlantic. And probably the flow that would result in would probably look something like this, where we'd have more of an east-northeasterly here, we'd probably have a north to northeasterly here, and I would lean into the idea that given that sort of flow, May, June, July could be more unsettled, but the analogues don't hint at anything dramatically wet. It says near normal rainfall, and it actually wants to make conditions across the country in terms of temperature near normal too. It keeps it warmer across southern parts of Europe. Incidentally, look how warm it is here across northeastern parts of the States, up through Canada and through Greenland. And then for the period through June, July and August, well, the analogues, and remember this is just an analogue method, I'm just showing you the different information that we have access to when we're producing our forecasts. So, you know, don't take this as gospel, but what this is showing is lower than normal heights out in the Atlantic, low pressure here driving into the UK with higher than normal heights across across Greenland and into northeastern parts of Canada, and that leads to near normal rainfall totals again, warmer temperatures across Scotland, across much of Central and Southern Europe, but nearer normal temperatures through the British Isles. But it kind of hints there, I guess, at a wetter end to the summer. And what it's leaning into is our ideas for the summer, which have always been that actually the spring and the early part of the summer probably would be dry and pleasant. That would be where the weather would be. But we'd probably go into a wetter end to the summer season. And that's what we've been advising private clients, that would probably be the pattern that would take place. You can find out more actually about becoming a private client of weatherweb.net. If you go to weatherweb.net, top of the page, and use the contact us form there, we can give you more information. We do forecasts for private clients ranging from individual farmers through individual shops, right the way through to large multinational companies. So if you need more information, do get in touch. But for now, thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Please do tell your friends about us, and whatever you're doing, have a great day and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.